Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I am your sunny artist, and we are going to do a reading today for Leos. Leos, my beautiful, sunshiny people, I love you. Okay, my Leos, happy, happy, happy new year. And I want to apologize to you um, because I did do a reading for you. You were supposed to be included with the fire sign readings. Um, to be up on YouTube. However, I became really tired last night. I almost fell asleep as I'm giving you the reading. So I'm gonna try it again. I'm doing a whole new shindig for you. Shindig. A whole new reading for you. Um, and I had to kind of like use different type of meditation music because things just weren't working. So if by any chance you hear anything in the background, and it's really crazy because it goes well with what's going on, I have a fire crackling in the background through a YouTube channel called Cat Trumpet. It's 12 hours of relaxing fireplace sounds, burning fireplace, and crackling fire sounds. So you guys cannot see. Let me see if I turn this off. Even my candle here, oh, you still can't see. Well, you can't see because that flame is a little high and dancing all over the place. Um, then it cools, it calms down, and it's just moving. I don't know. Trying to see if I can get it to move with me, but I think it's just. Oh, it did rise up though. It did rise up, and that flame is hot. And let me tell you, move some stuff around. I don't want it to have too much heat. Let me turn this on. Ooh, that is bright. Okay, so I'm gonna move this back a little bit so that way the flame isn't very distracting. So yeah, I'm gonna try to be a little bit more energetic about this. It's a little difficult. I don't know if it's because of the weather. Um, I'm in Jersey, so we're expecting, this big snow, not big, but we're expecting a snowstorm overnight. I have no clue if it started or not. It is pretty much midnight, a minute to midnight. So I'm going to try to do this and be energetic about it because you guys absolutely freaking deserve it. All right, my Leo. So I have here the cards that we're going to use in this reading. We're going to use the arrow spread with the Morgan Greer Tarot deck. It's going to include the overall underall energies for the year, the themes you're going to be working on or facing mostly throughout the year in love, career, and self. With two advice cards, and then we're going to have a special message for our Leo men using the Mystical Shaman Oracle card deck. I will give you my intuitive interpretation, and then we'll read the messages from the book itself because this is done a little bit differently, and I do want to do justice for the author as well as for you to make sure you get um, the full message. And then with this deck, this is the Soulful Woman guidance cards. I really love this deck. So we'll get the special message for our Leo ladies for this new year. This is the deck in case you're interested in purchasing it yourself. Um, and the cards already come with their messages, so it'll be pretty a little bit more straightforward. Divine patience is needed. Just thought I'd pick up, but I wanted to show you, just so you know that I'm trying to be fair, making sure that I do everything, evenly and accordingly. Also, I'd like to introduce you to Daisy Mark Jacobs. Not that it needs any introduction. I am not sponsored. I should have said that in all the other videos, but oh well. Um, I love perfume. I used to collect it, then I stopped because life happens and whatnot. Money goes to the kiddos and all. But I've started to collect it again, and I thought it would be great to incorporate my love for perfumes with my tarot. So if you're looking for something different, something new to try out, Always make sure you get the samples first. You test it, make sure that it's something you like. The Daisy Mark Jacobs, this one in particular, is a good one. Just in case this particular collection, I didn't even know that there were so many varieties. Sorry about them. I'm trying to reach. It also comes in these different daisy scents. But for the fire signs, I thought this was the best one. It has a nice little bubbly smell to it. It's kind of bright, a little. It's not super strong, but it's definitely something that you can wear maybe on a daily basis, depending on how much you like it. Um, I thought I would like to. I thought that I should add. Um, Sorry about that. Let me see notifications. No, I need that. Sorry. Sometimes I don't even know what to do with myself. All right. So I thought because it's for the new year, now I did the perfumes based on the elements, but I thought I'd pick one out for the whole year, and I think this one in particular is something that should be in everybody's collection, just because it is a very energetic, bright scent. It is somewhat on the floral scent. It also has like a hint of honey. When I smell it, it reminds me of honey. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. This is, oops, sorry. Look at that. This is Clinique Happy. Yes, this is a big bottle. I don't know how many ounces. I don't see it on here. Um, but I love this one. And I did sage, as you can see in the thumbnail. So I'm going to spray Clinique Happy, and that'll be our good vibe scent. Oh my God, that smells so good. I could totally see a Leo rocking this one. So if it's not in your collection, check it out, test it out, see if you like it, see how it, fits on you, and hopefully and that's one that you could add to your collection. You can, I think this is more like anytime, every day kind of thing, but especially like if you have some, like evening, like something nice and fun to do, that would be good. But that's kind of like almost like a everyday type of perfume. At least I think so. I don't know. All up to you. But just a suggestion, recommendation. And if you guys are ready, so am I. So I'm gonna move these cards out the way. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start. I've already pre-shuffled, so I don't have to do so much shuffling. But this is just to finish this out, so you see that everything is legit. These are messages for our Leos who will be viewing this at any time throughout the year for their new year of 2022. All right, Leos. I do want to remind you, I read mainly from the sun sign perspective just because I want you to make sure that it is your message. And if not, that's okay. Maybe on the next one. But you are welcome and invited to check out the other aspects of your natal chart that you deem to be important for you. Sorry, I'm right here, right by the front door. And it's like, you know, like I hear stuff and I don't know what's going on. Sorry. Okay. I'm like, I got nervous there for a second. Like, yeah. Okay. So it could just simply be the cats outside. I don't want to open the door. If I keep hearing it, and then I will. I'll call for backup. I'll pause the video. All right, and now we're gonna take a look at special messages for our Leo men for this new year of 2022. Um, Man, I completely lost track. Like I said, you could check out the other aspects of your natal chart. Um, what else was I going to say? This is your life, right? So I want you to make the best decisions for you that benefit you the most. My intention here is just to guide you, to help you, maybe to help clear up any confusion so you can, get a clearer picture of what's actually going on with you and around you. Okay, so I'm getting a special message for Leo ladies here for this new year of 2022. Special message for Leo ladies for this new year of 22. Okay. And I do apologize, for that momentary pause. It can be a little something sometimes. But yeah, I think there's something in here that's very important for you guys to know, but for some reason there's always some kind of distraction with your readings. Maybe it's with Leo ladies in particular. Divine patience is needed, so I don't know. Let's see what's another, you know, special message for our Leo ladies for this new year, 2022. We got it. Okay, got it. Thank you. Um, there are other things I did want to say. I said that. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I am opened up for personal reading, so if you'd like a personal reading, feel free to reach out. All the information is on the About tab on this channel. And, I look forward to hearing from you. If it does resonate, please comment down below. And let's get into this reading. Let's see what's going on with our Leos. All right, Leos, we have the world and the page of rods. The world and the page of rods. So, Leos, you have come to the end of a cycle, most likely. I want to say a karmic cycle, but I think that would be more along the levels of like 10 cards or Wheel of Fortune. So, this could be like a major life change that's going on at this point in time. This could be just so many things, so many different areas of your life that you have finally uh, closed the chapter on and are ready now for a new beginning. We have the page of rods here. Could be a new child coming into your life. A fire sign child specifically. That is a possibility. It does not have to be. It could be. It could be also, communication of some kind that may require you to take action to jump on an opportunity. All right. Or, yeah, I think that's pretty much it because it is a page of rods. That's a fire element card. So it's about taking some sort of action or possible action that you may need to be ready for as time goes on. But this is something that's underlying. That's will eventually come about at some point in the year, or that you'll see continuously, like um, all these ways of communication that you can take as a way to like kind of like that to light that fire under the rear to kind of get you going, almost like that outside motivator to get you to move, maybe deadlines. Be mindful of procrastination now that I think about it. But yeah, that those are just some ideas. So let's take a look at but overall throughout the year you're going to be closing out um chapters of your life, like in relationships, maybe work, maybe any old habits, old belief systems, old way of living. It's really time to really embrace yourself at this time. Okay. So in love, ooh, okay, all right. You could be dealing with a Gemini. We have the Page of Swords here, so there may be a Gemini coming into your life. Could be a Gemini child. So, uh, you have two pages, so it could be children, fire sign, air sign, however that combination can go. It could be too that even though you get a call for action, you're gonna get a call for action, but you're also getting information, receiving communication. Definitely lots of communication where it's not your favorite. You know what I mean? Like it's not terrible news. Like it's bad news, but it's not the worst kind of news. So you're going to be dealing with that a lot this year. And in order to change in love specifically, there are going to be some struggles with that. So you may need to take um, you may need to ask questions possibly. You may be the one who needs to communicate, well, what can I do, if I'm doing anything, or I would appreciate it if you did this or if you did that. Those conversations are going to need to be had to kind of nip things in the bud in order to be able to continue to grow in a relationship. All right, that trust, that bond has to be there, but there needs to be some sort of a way of communicating with each other without hurting one another. And I think that that's something that you need to be cautious about. The other thing too is that when it comes to communication, neither you nor the other person are very mature, um with are not mature communicators, so you're going to have to kind of grow with each other on that, kind of work on that. So that's going to be important. It could be communication with your children is going to be important. You may hear some news that you're not going to like. And so it's going to be important for you to kind of work on how you communicate with them, so they can better communicate with you. Sometimes, and trust me, as I'm telling you, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, oh my goodness. you know, um, Sometimes we want our kids to speak to us a certain way, with that love and that respect, and to be, understanding of what we're telling them. But it's not that they can't or that they won't. It's just it may not be in them because they're still young, right? So you may need to put more effort and make sure that you're modeling, okay, the way that you want them to talk to you, the way that you know or the way that you want them to behave. We have to make sure that we're teaching them by showing, by doing, not just by telling them. But and this love can be any kind of love, um, fraternal, platonic, romantic, familial, all that, all those different types of love. But communication is going to be something that's going to be very key and very important. So um, uh, you're going to have to work on communicating better with others. All right. Let's take a look at career judgment. So judgment is kind of like a rebirth, almost like a second chance, another opportunity that has been given to you, whether because you've asked for it, by manifesting, meditating, pray, um, giving offers, and so on and so forth to, your spiritual team, to our creator, however you do what you do, right? But this is a second opportunity. So if you've received a new opportunity in work, um, I would I would definitely take advantage of it and do as much as you can. Show that you actually do like what you do, that you do want to be with this company, if that's what you want. If not, then it could be a need to maybe um, reevaluate yourself and what it is that you actually want. So then that way you can put that out in the universe. It could be time for a new career. It could be time for um, maybe like even new industry. It's time to make those big moves. Now would be a good time to do that. All right, let's take a look at self. Oh, so you got your own card. So you're gonna work on. I think, yeah, definitely. So basically, it's reintroducing yourself to the world, right? Reintroducing yourself to yourself and to everybody else around you. And there I go with the yawning again. I don't understand. I don't understand why. Yes, it's late, but I can be up until whatever time. I just don't understand why, as I'm reading and going, all of a sudden, I'm yawning. Wait a minute. I don't know why. No, my lighting looks a little darker. I don't know. Oh, the battery's dying. Oh, that's why. All right, I'm sorry. So I'll try to hurry up. So when it comes to the self, you're doing that. That's what you're doing. You're working on yourself because you want to reintroduce yourself to the world. You want to and I want to say too, it's kind of like bringing your inner child out, but in a good and healthy way. You know, healing your traumas, healing your inner wounds, and all that. That would be very like a definitely a great thing for you to do. Um, and I'm trying to think what else, but I think that's pretty much self-explanatory. It's definitely working on yourself, taking the time out for yourself, maybe being a little bit selfish with yourself this year, and who you interact with, how you know what you do, and all those kinds of things. Alrighty, so let's take a look at the advice cards for this year. Ooh, Emperor and Knight of Pentacles. So your advice is to really get into that Emperor mode. We're not talking kings anymore, kings and queens. We're talking about emperors and empress. Okay. Um, and the Knight of Pentacles. So the Emperor knows how far or how much or who they can push, right, in order to get things done. And you're going to need to be able to do that as well as know that and understand that it's okay to go slow in order to achieve your goals and obtain opportunities. All right, think of the story of the tortoise and the hare. The hare never won the race. The tortoise is the one who did. So slow and steady wins the race is um, pretty much your cue for the year. And being in this emperor mode is really going to get you, you know, what it is that you're looking for, what it is that you want, and also to manifest these things quickly. Bring it all into fruition. All right, so I think those are some really great cards, some really great energy to really get into and embody this year. So Leos, you guys are on a um, you guys are trailblazing this year, and you are not necessarily taking no for an answer. I love it though. I think that's a great thing to do. You have opportunities for rebirth, for new second chances if possible, um, and just being mindful of communication. I do want to say that as I'm looking at the cards, well, we have water signs. Okay. Um, we have, I think we have all the elements. The only one is air. I think there may be a need to kind of think things through a little bit more before acting on them. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at our special message for Leo men, and that is the Time Master. Oh. So the way I look at it is, I mean, you can get so much done in so little time. It's just a matter of how you embody his energy. You know, how can you take charge of your life and how can you delegate what needs to be done in your life, right? And being conscious of prioritizing what's most important so those things can get done, and working your way down your list. So let's take a look at the book, The Mystical Shaman Oracle Guidebook, and let's take a look at the author's message for you. So there is the essence and the invitation, okay? The essence says time is a construct of the human mind through which life events are seen to flow in a straight line from past to future. This, however, is an illusion. Time moves in patterns, fractals, sometimes turning like a wheel and others moving straight as an arrow. Humans see time like a ticking clock, and the image reminds us that there is only so much of it to spend in a life, like a kind of currency. At any given moment, you can see time in all its infinite potential, at once vast and all encompassing, then shrunken and finite. It all depends on perspective. The invitation. When the time this is what is recommended for you to do throughout the year. This is your special message for this year, Leo men. When the Time Master visits you, he asks the most important question: will you break free from limited cause and effect thinking by moving beyond the linear illusion and welcoming the cyclic quality of time? You find yourself in a moment when the wheel of time turns and you're able to influence the past, thus changing the present and future simultaneously. This is the truest test of the Time Master. You're being invited to take back your power. So let go of the past and choose to step into your life. In this moment, you are all powerful. You are the Time Master. Anything is possible now. So, did I not say second chances? Uh, and I think it pretty much pairs in rather well. So, Leo men, you guys know what to do now. You have a. I hope this gives you a better idea of what is expected of you. Um, Free yourself from these limiting beliefs. Free yourself from the from the traditional definition of time. Um, because time is all encompassing, you know? It is something that is infinite, and we may or may not have enough of it. So, this is one of those opportunities. This is one of those times where you really need to make the best decisions that benefit you the most. All right, Leo men, let's take a look at a special message for Leo ladies, and that is service as co creation. My service, no matter how great or small, is a conscious act of co creation with the world. So, Leo ladies, you are creating something beautiful. You could be creating something with another person, maybe building and developing partnerships. Even though you are embodying that emperor mode, um, you may be looking for, I don't know if it's necessarily romantic. I feel like like a romantic love in order to build with, right? In order to build your empire with. But I think if you focus more on yourself, on what you know it is that you need to do before getting into a relationship that will help you to be more successful and bring you um and bring you more blessings in the long run. I'm not saying that um don't look for love, don't try to build anything with someone else. I just think that in your case, in your situation, for this year, it may be necessary to start building on your own first. That way, you're working on yourself in the process, developing and creating a very strong foundation um, for what it is that you want to attract into your life, and whoever comes into your life can either add on to that by them doing their part, whatever that may be, by them adding to it, especially if you have the same goals and ambitions. And that I think is something that you're looking for as a quality in this person who could be a potential significant other, and and kind of like bring you that Ten of Cups feeling, that happily ever after Cinderella style, and both of you would be building together. That would be a very, very beautiful thing, I think. Um, but make sure too. I think both of you also need to. There's not much of it here, but I think there is a need. As always, as I tell everyone, prayers and meditations, or creating and having that routine with your spiritual team, would also benefit you greatly. All right, Leo. So thank you so much. I do appreciate this opportunity that you have given me to read for you. I hope that you have the best 2022, despite whatever else is going on in the world. And I look forward to reading for you on the next time. So until then, bye.